guys, y'all hungry? Let's cook something. We got a cold front, y'all. It's probably 2 degrees cooler than it was yesterday. So we're gonna make some chicken and dumplings because it is now time to eat chicken and dumplings. Chicken and dumplings is just like chili. There are so many ways to make it. This is the way that I make it. I just like plain old chicken and plain old dumplings with some seasonings. A lot of people put carrots in theirs, they'll put celery in there, they'll put bay leaves in there to give it some flavor. Tonight you're gonna learn my way, and then if you wanna change the recipe, like I told you, change it up, make it yours, then you guys can do that too. So let's learn how Aunt Nita makes chicken and dumplings. We're gonna take a whole chicken and we're gonna boil it for about 45 minutes. You can do this the night before if you want to. I like to get in and out of that kitchen when I get off of work because I want to get in there and watch Yellowstone just like everybody else. So boil your chicken the night before, take it off the bone the night before, and then you're ready just to reheat it the next day, make your dumplings, and you'll be done. Once our chicken is done boiling, take it out if you're making it the same day. Let it cool off. This has been cooling off for about 30 minutes. We're gonna pull the skin off the chicken. There's just no clean way to do this. You're gonna get messy. Just deal with it, okay? So just pull the chicken. It's gonna come right off the bones. Pull that skin off. You don't need that. You don't want it in your dumplings. You've already cooked it in your pot, so that flavoring is already there. So we're just gonna pull all this chicken off the bone the best that we can. And then we're gonna discard the bones. Well, we had some technical difficulties. My phone died, so I couldn't let y'all see me tear this chicken off the bone. I know some of y'all are probably sad. Anyway, you pull all the chicken off the bone. I diced it up into like bite-sized pieces, and now we're gonna put it back into the water that we cooked the chicken in, the whole chicken. And if I have some young viewers that just don't think that you can stomach pulling apart the chicken with your hands, you can use just pieces of chicken. You can buy breast or legs. Buy both dark and white meat. It just gives it more flavor. And then just boil those like you would the whole chicken. But you're still gonna have to pull it off the bone a little bit. But it's not as messy as the whole chicken. But if you do that, then you're gonna miss out on finding the wishbone. You're not gonna be able to make a wish with somebody and have your wish come true. So there you go. Okay, we put all of our chicken back in here. We're gonna let that simmer while we make our dumplings, and then we're gonna heat it up to a boil, put our dumplings in. Did y'all hear me tell you what seasonings go in here? No, because I didn't tell you. Okay, we're gonna use 1 tablespoon of celery salt, 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of black pepper, and I've got 2 tablespoons of the Knorr chicken bouillon. Someone asked me about one of my recipes about the bouillon cubes. I don't use the cubes, I use the powder. It just mixes in faster and you don't have to wait for that little cube to dissolve. So that's what I use. And I took a picture and I'll put it down in the comments so you can see what I'm talking about. It's got a lot of flavor, it's really good. We're ready to make our dumplings now. We need 3 cups of flour. We need 4 tablespoons of baking powder, not baking soda, baking powder. We need another teaspoon of salt and another teaspoon of pepper. We're going to need 6 tablespoons of Crisco shortening. Didn't have to be Crisco, but that's just what I have. And I use the butter flavored kind. So we're gonna, and I cut it up into little pieces. It comes in a long square. I took a picture, I'll show it to you. It comes in a long square, and I cut off 6 tablespoons, and then I cut that into little pieces. It just helps it incorporate into the flour easier. So that way you don't have big clumps of shortening in there. So let's put that in there. And then we need a cup and a half of milk. And if I have any young cooks out there that are just learning, I want to show you something. Inside the can of baking powder, there's a little ledge. You can see that. So when you go in and you scoop your baking powder, you go underneath that ledge and you pull it up, and it makes it flat. So that way you're getting a level teaspoon or a level tablespoon. You don't want to get more than you need of the baking powder. While we're mixing our dough, our dumplings, we're gonna heat this up to almost a boil. Get this really hot and ready for our dumplings. And when you're trying to mix this, I use the back side of my spoon and just kind of drag it to help spread out that shortening. We're ready. Our chicken and broth is boiling. We're gonna start dropping our dumplings. Once you drop these dumplings in here, we're not gonna stir it because they will break apart. So we're just gonna drop them in, let them do their thing. They're gonna cook for 10 minutes, uncovered, and then we're gonna cook them for another 10 minutes covered. When you first put the dumplings in, they sink to the bottom, and then they'll float to the top. This is what our pot looks like when all the dumplings start floating to the top. We're gonna let that cook for, like I said, 10 minutes. Then we're gonna put the top on for 10 minutes, and then I'll come back and we'll plate this up. Time is up, and our chicken and dumplings is ready. Let's plate it up. I also want to let you know that after I had it come almost to a boil and I put the dumplings in and I cooked it for 10 minutes, I turned it down to low. We don't want it to scorch and burn. We're just gonna go down under the dumplings and get some of the chicken first. Get some of that broth. Get some dumplings. It smells so good. My mom loves chicken and dumplings. My mom loves dumplings. That's what it is. She loves. Smokey it here. Okay. Hey, babe. Yeah. Supper's ready. Woo-hoo.